Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's Edward back at you with yet another stream. How's everyone's day going? The sporting world doesn't stop. We've got the NHL back underway with the Olympics in the rearview mirror. We have Premier League press conferences, enough to react to with another round of Premier League fixtures on the horizon. The NBA is trudging along nicely, and the combine in the NFL is on the horizon as well. naturally, with the NFL Combine on the horizon, naturally a couple of things shake out in the process. One being a trade involving the Jets and the Titans. And initially this surprised me because you're trading an edge rusher, which are naturally the more desirable position, you'd say, than a nose tackle. But then again, if you're obviously doing some form of a locker room culture rebuild, getting rid of some players that are close to the end of their contract is probably the more desirable option. But I mean, I'm surprised they went for T'Vondre Sweat. I mean, rather than just a pick itself. But I suppose the nose tackle is sort of a foundational little limelight type piece that makes everyone else look good. But as I said, it's getting an extra year or two of a rookie deal, because obviously Jermaine was drafted in 2022. Sweat was drafted in 24 in the second round. You can understand it, but I personally would have been more inclined to. This to me would have seemed more of a logical pick, because I mean, I don't believe he's been extended. That probably may be a reason for it, but that's nice there. I didn't see that. We'll come back to that. Let's go on. This one by Jason Fitzgerald. So let's go to the Titans. You're there. So yeah, he's in the sort of the final year of his deal. So it's leaning more of sort of a, not quite a cap move, but more of a longer term move, in the respect of, as I said, Sweat's got a couple more years on his rookie deal, but I'd been more inclined to keep him and gone with the extension, given that you naturally want to keep the edge rusher, but then again, you pair him with a Simmons on the inside, and that's something to work with at the very least. And with them releasing Lloyd Cushenberry, I think a great player for them would naturally be Linderbaum, and sort of go a bit more foundational in trying to, for all intents and purposes, keep Cam Ward upright, and go down that sort of a route. But yeah, makes sense. So I can close that. And this particular story, of course, many people will point fingers at AJ Brown. I can't shake the feeling that this particular story, even though he won them a Super Bowl, I can't help shake the feeling that this will show the fact that he is not as able as some of the great head coaches at controlling the bigger personalities, because every locker room's going to have them. And I think it just so happens that he's managed to just about keep it all together. And I could easily foresee a couple of players not quite getting the umbrage, but it opening the door to more frustration from some players that aren't necessarily as big of a personality as AJ Brown is. And yeah, I can see them being in the coaching market in a year's time. I really can. Yeah, that'd be my gut instinct at the very least. No chance. If I was grading the Colts grade right now, it would be a C to a D, and for a simple fact of naturally you're going to go with a more season-based approach, but I think bigger picture, it does not make sense because you consider the fact of they do not know who their franchise QB is, and people will say, what about Daniel Jones? But then I counter that argument by saying, look at the records of the teams they beat when he was healthy, and they're not that great. So you don't know who your franchise QB is, and you've given up some very valuable assets that can balance the contracts you're about to give up with the wave of free agency they have in 2027. Not sure what I mean. You then go to the Indianapolis Colts. You look free agency. Get rid of this advert. What do I mean by the wave of free agents? You just look at that top. I mean, you can even say that top 5. Michael Pittman, DeForest Buckner, Quentin Nelson, Jonathan Taylor, and Grosvenor Stewart. And obviously, you'd then sort of counter that by saying it's sort of the age and there may be time to move on from them and all that type of thing. But especially those top 2, it kind of, you can see them aging like fine wine in the respect of, in a similar way to Trent Williams in terms of still operating at a really high level, even at the age of 37. And obviously, he's got his contract holdout negotiations that are sort of rumbling on and not going as well as he probably would like. But yeah, it's I don't understand why you would trade assets. I don't understand why you'd make that trade when you do not know who you're not certain who your franchise QB is and whether he'll be your QB for the next 5 years, along with the roster-based implications of losing some very high-end, cheap labor that can counteract the big free agents they have coming in 2027. And that's not even mentioning, obviously, a Daniel Jones, but then you've got a Braden Smith, a right tackle, and a couple of edge right. Well, I say a couple. You've got a sort of a Quissy Pay and Alec Pierce. As a result, you need those high-end, cheap first-rounders that obviously bring the talent, but at the same time counteract the big contracts. And I think that's being incredibly generous, to be honest. For the Jets, it makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, I'm be interested to see what he does. Naturally, I think some projected him to be a late first in 24. But, yeah. C+, that's interesting. But it's not really. I'm seeing if there's any. That's a bit harsh, personally, but ho hum. Yeah, traded for someone they just released. Anyway, Tottenham. This one caught my eye, and it's for the simple fact. Actually, simple fact. It's clear what the fact is, but unless I'm not mistaken, he's managed to hide a camera crew following him, because for all intents and purposes, the capitalist businessman that LeBron clearly is would clearly identify that selling his farewell tour would be very desirable to the Netflix of the world. So I don't believe he's had cameras following him everywhere he goes, unless they're hiding in plain sight. But with where the Lakers, with how I think the Lakers are going to end the season being a bit of a damp squid, I can see them, because I believe he's a complete free agent rather than having another player option. I think he'll go back to Cleveland. I really do, just from the perspective of, well, actually thinking about, I could then counter that by saying why they trade for James Harden. Actually, he's a free agent. Ignore me. But I can see a very realistic situation where are they right now? Because they obviously got Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley. Oh, table. Yeah, maybe two. But I think both the capitalist within him and the sort of the semi-emotional storybook ending, I think he'll go back to Cleveland. I really do. I mean, even though I can foresee the draw towards Golden State and playing with Steph for one final year, I think sort of the sentimentality and the storybook ending to a great career and how much and a great move that would be for the Netflix of the world, I think he'll go back to Cleveland. I really do. Unless he wants the swan song in purple and gold, mind you, but with the moves I can see the Lakers making, then I don't really think that's a guarantee anyway. But yeah, it's so I want to do that. Let's move that to that screen briefly. Log that on. Obviously got that. Nothing's really jumping. I didn't really see any. Sort of caught my mind. I'm just doing another read through, bro. Anyway, let's go back to Bleacher Report. I'm interested by. I imagine there are loads of players across the entire league, a couple of players per franchise that everyone's monitoring. So all these kinds of teams are keeping an eye on. There'll be loads of players that they're keeping an eye on. So, oh crumbs, what's the fancy said now? When I see things like this, or see headlines like this, of course you got to take it with a pinch of salt, because I haven't actually watched the press conference itself, but I hope for Michael's sake that he doesn't become a sort of a Shador Mark II, in the respect of it's easy to see a head coach coming in, adopting the philosophy of, I didn't draft you, sign off on you, however you want to phrase it, so therefore I'm not going to 100% emotionally invest in you, because secretly I want to draft my own. And as a result, it affecting the relationship they have and building over into, then carrying over into the season, and then it not going rosy for him, for Michael Penix as well. But I hope I'm wrong on that, but there we go. So now I've waffled on long enough.
What the? Is that me?
Right. Wow, what a reward. I feel so fulfilled. Right, let's do that. That's all done now. What have I gained? It's
Yes. Hold on. Where's that? Oh, wait. Oh my god! Hey, don't shoot! Hey there. Wait, what? Is that me? Oh my.
let's go that. Ah, my foot. It's got massive pain. So if I recall correctly, the goal that I had, I set myself last stream was it was it wasn't traders, it was raider projects, trophies. It was because this final one was a light gun parts blueprint to hopefully refresh this such that we get the sort of the medium and then hopefully the heavy. So it's go full down on the trophy display type, and for that it's blue gate, I think. No. Open the gate. Just in kudos. Right. Let's do a quick loot plunder. Oh, I'm not. No. Let's just sell them. And. Oh, hello. Hello, Sky. How's it going? You can tell it's sort of new to streaming because of. Hello, Sky. Are you here to sell me art as well? I jest, of course, but just naturally we're starting out streaming and the visibility that Twitch often provides. I get a bit skeptical of those that follow. With many asking for art. Nice. How's your day been? Well, I already asked you how your day's been. What have you been up to? Sell that. Let's recycle that. That's all good. I'm happy with the shotgun choke. That's probably enough. All right, then. Let me on what medium is your art on? Is this the what's your IG Discord type thing, or do you have a on what medium is it on? Because the thing I always say to all a budding or whatever artist is, I'm sure your art is great, but it's with the fact that obviously I'm like 20, 30 streams in. I do have Discord. I don't use it, but I do have it. But just it's I'm at that stage where I sort of I'm at that stage where I'm still getting to grips with streaming and still getting better, and I'm becoming more fluent, being a naturally introverted person. That's going to translate into the content that I provide, and that's not something that art can sort of plaster over. But yeah, I'm doing really good. I mean, I didn't sleep great last night, which is always a bit of a wrecker, but still at it, still going. Okay. yeah, I mean, the general spiel I say to artists and people like yourself, Sky, is I'll sort of jot it down, but to be completely completely honest, I'm not likely to act upon it anytime soon. But it's being completely honest, it's artwork. With where I'm at with streaming, artwork is not going to help my not biggest weakness, but my biggest work on. But to be completely 100 honest and all those types of things. But yeah, that is what it is. Do I need them? Yes. So sell. Let's sell. Got enough arc to sync that. I swear that was one of my achievements. Like, destroy something with that. So I'm going to attempt to. I don't think I need that for anything. Can I flat pack it? No, I can't. So let's go traders. Wait. No. Hello, firstly. So they kind of got a it is. Whatever you said.
I appreciate you.
That's such an American thing. What's my loot looking like? From so I'm kind of alright. Could do with a couple more of them. So let's go. Was that light or that was light? Medium, I got 20. That so yeah, light I could do with a couple more of, and then we're about to get the blueprint, aren't I? So let's hold off on that. And get into the games. Let's stop waffling on. I got that. Radar hatch here. I'm not really that bothered, so let's all good. Yeah, sir. Good advice. It's yeah, it's sort of my pseudo plan is to get to a point, and I'm getting better at it all the time. Get better at sort of the giving sort of sports takes. Obviously, this will be a sort of ultimately a sports channel. Then turning that into then clip farming that, and then get that to a point where that's a nice little system, and then when that's a nice system, I can sort of feels natural, and move on. But yeah, I'll take note of it. I'm not going to add you right now, to be completely honest, but I'll take, as I've done with all the other artists that have come in, just said hello and said buy my stuff. It's I'm not going to act upon anything right now or add anyone right now, just because I'm very self-aware in terms of that. I know that's not what I need to get better at, and we'll see the most improvements. So, yeah. My God, I'm literally out in the sticks. So let's move. Ooh! I put on 5 stamina on you, and you're already so unfit. But yeah, we'll take that on board, the advice on What is that thing? That was incredibly annoying. Right, so let's go to there. Oh, you. Ow. That hurt. Why is everyone coming for me all of a sudden? Right, you're going to come over as well. So I need to get to Grant and Sharpish. Right, so let's... Can I close you up? Let's get rid of... And if you're going... Then I'm going to lean with a no, to be honest. In terms of, can you drop your name or not? I'm going to go. Thank you, have a nice day. In the nicest possible way. Yeah. Dooby doo 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 doo. Right, so let's... How can I just delete it? I used to be able to delete it. I'm not entirely sure what's happened. Go. I think my Discord name is actually just Antros Sports, I believe, but as I said, it's been a while. So let's do this. So now I've either I have completely lost track on where the bleep bleep is this Right, you're up there, so I'm going to go this way. Used to be able to delete on here, but I don't understand why I can't now. On OBS, that is. Block whispers. Can I hide it? Oh well. Let's loot this and then... Let's do that. Oh shit. So I'm going to go around. I saw the the arse beam for the Surveyor Vault. So I'm going to try and get close to that. Well, at that same point, not getting that Rocketeer, because I hate Rocketeers. Is this all in? It's not. So let's go tab. Let's do that. Let's do that. And worst comes to worst, if I get any action from that guy, because it's not unreasonable to think I won't get action. If you could, Mr. Surveyor Vault, if you could shine your ass in the air again, that would be much appreciated. Hello.
Hello there.
You haven't seen the Surveyor Vault on your travels? Or killed it? If you have, then I'll just evac.
Negative.
You haven't seen it. Perfect. Thank you. He's either has seen it and killed me, or killed it, rather. Or, I'm on the road again. Okay. There's the arse beam. Now, the thing that makes me slightly nervous is that Rocketeer. But, what can you do? I'm in a good position. So let's actually go that. Let's swap you around. Ah, sugar my timbers. No. So that misclick has actually cost me to a degree. Because I don't think... I'm going to have to wait for it to properly calm down and then sneak up on it again. Good. Can you get caught? I'd really appreciate it if you could get caught. Might just follow it with a grenade out. Right, one. Hello. I'm trying to get a grenade off on it, but it won't stay damn still. You're right there. Right, so let's... Any fire would be greatly appreciated. I'm very conscious of my ammo situation, so I think, because I know you got that vac and that Rocketeer up there. Good work. I did die. It's not that. Because that's something completely different. Oh, it's going to be there. It's not! Why did you die then? Did he get it? Oh, it is the corpse. Or part of it, anyway. Don't understand where the thingy's gone. It's obviously very feasible that he, understandably, nabbed it himself, but so let's get all of this stuff. Oh, good. Is this the... Because I was watching that guy, okay, so it's either... So the only thing I can, suppose, check is, did any of the debris go up here? Because if it didn't, there's something down there. I guess it could be that. But I don't think it is, given how far away it is. But, never know. Where's... That is one of the things. So it's not looking likely, but what's this bit up here? Ooh, this is snitch. So let's go across this top line. Not looking likely, so let's just evac out, I think. Because I'm very conscious of my bullet situation. I can't get into any other gunfights. Plain and simple. Hello.
Hi, mate.
Hello, Dave. Yeah, I don't really... Let's just evac out. Nice. Some of these I can just sell straight away, but anything... Might as well go upstairs. I doubt there's anything. Might as well breach this. For a penny. Everybody was kung fu. It's what I wanted. It was right clicking was the thing I needed it for. Anyone else evacing? Going once, going twice, sold to no one. It was slightly annoying. Because obviously it died, but clearly either that guy got the bit everything from the core of the Surveyor Vault and then moved on, as he's entitled to do. He co-killed it, but I don't like this. Right, so let's go hokies. So now I need... So I got... It's that really awkward number. So I'm going to sell that. That goes to there. Send to stash. That's all good. That's the gun I really want. That's a slow output one. Let's move you back to there. I'm very much, if you hadn't already worked it out, a talk out like loud kind of person. That's how I roll. So I'm trying to get better at for anyone that actually cares, but who's me? Right. Okay, so I do need one of those. Perfect. Actually, let's go for 3, because I normally take a bit of damage, but go to that. Let's take a full mag of these, because they're slow. Let's say slow burners. That's not the word. What is the word? What did I just... Ammo. Got there eventually. So I got another stock I can put on that. Or use you. Medium shield, medium shield. Not bad. Let's not waste any much. Does it normally take this long to get into a... There we go. Let's go grab that surveyor. Right, that. Get OBS back up. That's there. Happy days. You're in that direction. Cool. Let's get eyes on first. Right, you're there. So let's go swap in. Let's try and get close. Now, if we can get to it and just lump on some grenades. I was surprisingly accurate. Which... Can I still get my... I can hear you. You're going to get in the way now. God's sake. Literally, as soon as I turn around, get ready to throw... How are you still not dead? Really? Res anyone? You bastards. Is there nothing I could have done there? Like... So, I need the gear bench. Is it gear bench? It is the gear bench. I think it was that one. Let's get this one. Because then I can... Let's get that, get that, get that. That, I can put this... If I use my brain, I can put the stock on that. I can then get a... That already. I have... Am I there? And then got 4 of them. I can probably just transfer 4, because I'd rather have 4 of them in this form. And go medical lab and try and make 2. Let's go 1. And... So I got shield, that, and then... Let's go for that. So explosive station. I need 4 in reality. Because... So... I want that. No, I want that in there just in case if I die I'm all good. What else? Bullets. Let's go 160. Then let's... One of these, it's gunsmith. So I want the suppressor. Have I not got the... Have I not got the blueprint for a suppressor? Oh, I did. Compensator reduces the dispersion. Let's do that instead. Cool. Back into it. Maybe make sure. Oh no, it's just this thing. The thing that jumps out with this being a 4 is it highlights the weakness of the renegade. Haven't seen any haven't quite seen signs of a surveyor vault, which is slightly annoying. But we keep moving. Right, so I need cover. Not another pissing one. My god, they all want my booty. Can I go this way? What's hot? Yeah. You good?
Thanks.
I'll leave this to you. Your loot. Oh, these fuckers. Volcanic rock. I'm good. Thanks. No thanks. Oh, what do you want? Don't look like this is available. So let's. This is literally Surveyor Vault focused. I just need one more, and it doesn't look like there's any sign of them, and his arse isn't in the air. Then I'm going to move on with and just evac out. Simple. This is sort of a no thrills approach, but still. Ugh. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming of something. Oh, it's the matriarch. Oh, good. Hey, hey.
Hey there!
Let's move this from there to there. Because... One more. Thank you. Thank you. So let's do a swappity swap. Well, last time it dropped 2 for me, so I could get 2 out of these. Oh no. Get lost. Nice. Now leave me alone. Just looting it, just to A, get rid of the debris, because it feels like I'm littering, but... Yeah, you got it. Hello, I'll leave you to it. Nah, you're good. Go for it. Well, actually, let's go. Actually,
Head home at the cliffside air shaft.
God, this is a big one. Right, let's use that. I'll go in here and go. So therefore, down at the bottom, yeah, is learn and consume that. So right. Let's recycle that. So now I've got a nice one of, I got any one of these. Right, I'm actually going to end stream there. It's slightly earlier than usual, but as sort of the title suggests, I'm extremely tired. I didn't sleep well, so I want to get a good night tonight in an effort for a big push over the weekend, where I'll be live at around 10:30 on Saturday, all things being well, around 1:30 on Sunday. Have a good evening, afternoon, or morning.